speak Italian.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Interrogation with Erika.
Oh my gosh, I'm sweating right now.
She really is actually.
Oh, yeah?
She's like super nervous. It's quite funny.
Yeah, I'm not used to be.
The comment was she doesn't trust me.
Yes.
My awareness is that she's worried that she doesn't trust herself and what's going to come out because she's got some secrets.
Oh my gosh, do I? Oh
Cool.
my gosh. Welcome everyone.
Go.
So we are gonna have Karin. We are gonna have like a quick or not conversation on bodies and no. Oh my gosh, on what?
On you, my dear. I'm trying to find you guys on Facebook, so if you've got questions, throw them here. But I can also read them from here, so that's not a problem.
Did you get so lucky?
Yeah, because
you can see.
I honor my body.
Oh, really? And you can see it up till there. Hello, everyone.
Cool.
Guys. Apparently we're talking about me.
And I'm in charge, as per usual. So if you have questions about Erika and for Erika, please do ask them, because what we want to create here is, the thing is, like, I've been to quite a few body classes and I've done a lot of body work and stuff like that with Access Consciousness, right? Which is the tool, part of the tools of Access that have, let me put it to you like this. If it wasn't for the body work, I don't think we would have as much change as we do have,
yes.
right? And Erika, what I've noticed, is got a particularly unique energy with bodies. And so we want to kind of like address a little bit of that, or undress a little bit of that.
Discover a little bit of that.
Discover a little bit of that. And it's not always easy to see what you are gifted at and capable of and what abilities you have, because when you be something, it doesn't feel like anything, it doesn't look like anything to you, and it doesn't...
It seems normal.
Yeah, it seems normal. So we're going to chat a little bit about that.
Yeah.
But so... yeah, I'll just read the questions on there because I can't seem to find it on my... Oh, wait, here we go. So I would like to just get people to know, like, how did you discover that you enjoy bodies? And I'm going to put a hashtag to that, which is very unique, okay? There's not a lot of people in the world that actually like bodies.
Well... The interesting thing is that you said it before, when you are something you don't really get it.
Yeah.
And I actually I have no idea when all of this showed up. Like, I know that I've always had something with bodies that in the beginning, when I was a kid, showed up with a lot of pain, suffering, diseases, blah, 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 all that things. But then with Access, there's been not a single moment, but a lot of little choices and then big choices that allowed me to dive more into the pleasure that I have with and for bodies. But in the beginning, I didn't realize that was unique.
Yeah.
I thought that, of course.
Welcome to the world. Yeah.
Exactly. I thought that everyone was enjoying bodies.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it's super easy and super natural to touch them, to enjoy every part, to, like, there's nothing that is wrong in a body.
Yeah.
There's no part that has a weird energy, or that I don't like, or that I don't like that smell, I have a problem with feet, whatever. Well, actually, I know that many people do not enjoy touching or looking or smelling or being close to some parts of bodies.
Yeah.
And for me, it's so when, for example, I am a trainer, I'm a personal trainer. And when I train people, I have to be very careful, especially with men, what I touch and when I touch. Yeah. Because for me, it doesn't have a meaning. It doesn't have an agenda.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's the way it really should be. It should be the natural way, where there's no point of view about what a touch is.
Yeah.
It's a part of the healing, nurturing, caring sexualness reality.
And I was going there because if you look at kids, they just touch each other, and they touch adults, and they touch animals.
There's no thought about it.
No, there is no thought. But
in the body.
They do get, like when they touch the, let's say the sexual parts, like when they get close to boobs, or they perceive that there is a different energy, they just do not put a charge on it.
Correct, yeah. But they develop that when the parents have the point of view and
It's
they
like,
go, yeah, yeah.
they're touching my boobs in public.
And these are the cool things that you get to really shift and change with the tools of access
Yes.
consciousness, you know, and the body work and stuff like that. So why access?
Ooh, I don't know. Just because it popped completely, like it,
Like a Pringle.
like a Pringle, like a popcorn.
Pringle. Pop a Pringle.
Pop a Pringle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Pringle.
Once you
Apparently,
stop,
when you start, you cannot stop. Exactly. Once you start with bodies, you cannot stop. Once you start with the tools and with more.
That's true. Like when you start getting and like I must say, like bodies has never been something easy for me. You know, that's why it's been a great privilege to you know, spend a lot of time with you and get to watch how you interact with everyone and their bodies. Because you learn that there is a love and a caring and not a wrongness, you know, which is great. Now I've totally derailed
Why
myself.
access?
No, not that one. It was before that one. After that one, but I derailed myself.
That once you start, you cannot stop with
Oh
bodies.
yeah, the pleasure becomes how can I say? It's not an addiction in terms of you can't not have it. It's just this continuous thing that you want to choose more of and explore more of.
Because
right?
it nurtures you.
Yeah.
It's
It nurtures you, and what I found it excites. It brings liveness to your life.
yes, that
You know.
it brings aliveness to you and your body.
Yeah.
Which is what we have learned to shut down when we were kids. Like we were talking about that earlier. You know, we used to have that ease and no point of view about bodies and touch. And then step by step we've been shut down, closed, stopped, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just, this conversation just brought up a memory because like I remember even like I would want to sleep with socks on and my parents would allow me to sleep with socks on, and I remember I wanted to sleep naked at some times and like I wasn't allowed to sleep. Like,
No.
why would you do that to
It's like
yourself?
I've always loved, and it's a lot of this conversation is gonna be, or it is about sexual things, but actually bodies are cut down and shut down in every single part, because I remember I always loved to walk barefoot, and it's impossible because then you get cold and then you get sick. So when
Interesting point
of view, exactly. So when I started to use gyrotonic, I loved the fact that I was allowed to just walk barefoot everywhere and allow my body to, you know, because there is a knowing there. There is this
I don't
perception.
think everyone knows what gyrotonic is.
No, except beyond gyrotonic, and then I would explain. But the walking without shoes, and Dane has been talking about it in the last classes. It gives you that connection and that openness that can allow you to perceive the earth and perceive the nature much more. And there's not that separation and that being closed,
Cut off,
exactly, from what is so natural for us, which is that communion with earth.
Yeah. So why access?
Oh yeah, the original question, not at all humanoids here. Why access? So I
Access consciousness, for those who don't know what
access
access is.
consciousness. I was looking for something different, and I was in a yoga retreat. It was July.
You were in a yogurt retreat?
Retreat.
Yeah.
Retreat. How do you say that?
No, eating yogurt?
Yoga. Jesus. My Italian accent.
No, that's a different retreat.
Yes, oh my gosh, not mine, not this lifetime at least. It was like a beautiful place in a castle in the middle of the nature, and there was a lady that was offering 30 minutes bar sessions.
Beautiful.
Yes. And imagine, you know, the energy of bars in a yoga retreat where we couldn't eat meat, where actually the bodies were a little bit shut down from this reality.
So it's basically like a being you retreat. Like
exactly.
retreating from being you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I remember in those 30 minutes, I just could perceive memories and painful memories as I could see them going away from me and my brain and my body.
Oh wow, okay.
And my body, especially my body. And since then, I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
So I kept having a weekly bar session with my facilitator for 2 years. I haven't stopped. That was my psychotherapy, you know? Every week with my facilitator at that time, I started to do bars classes, foundation level 1s. At the time it was 2011, so quite a few years ago. And everything started to change, which doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's not about changing your life outside. It's about what you can be and getting to more of what you be with these tools.
So before Access, you were a
scientist.
You did the science.
Cannot even say that. A doctor in biochemistry.
Yeah, and
yes.
then you moved into gyrotonic, which was
yes.
the step for you to get into
yeah.
what you've always naturally been gifted at.
So, like, if I look at that, and I assume that many people have this, like, you have an energy. Like, apparently I've always loved bodies, and I was, for my whole life up till Access, I tried to find this reality way to allow myself to work with bodies. So what is the first way? It's science. I chose to not be a medical doctor. I knew it wasn't my thing, but I found a side way, you know, like biochemistry and working in a lab and learning about bodies and how they function from the inside through science.
Ew.
It's beautiful. I can see everything. Like my imagination goes wild. I can see the molecules moving. It's amazing.
So when someone goes like, you can visually see what's actually happening in the body.
Yeah, where it goes and it goes down
Delicious.
here and it opens up in your lungs. Yeah, I can
Perfect.
see everything, and everything that is. But then starting Access, I realized that science at this point in this reality, unfortunately, does not allow you to actually discover the possibilities.
Yeah.
But it tells you to find the answer.
Yeah.
And it already has a predetermined answer, which I couldn't actually really live with it.
That's the interesting thing about science, because you come up with a theory and you got to prove it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is not really what you get to experience and what you get to learn with Access. It's quite different.
It's quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah.
You
so
know,
say more about that.
Like it's not about, you know, with Access you learn to ask questions. And a question opens up to different possibilities, opens up different doors, and then you can choose. Science is the other way around. You have a predetermined objective. You have an idea. You think that thing is gonna work or is gonna go a certain way, and you have to work backwards. You have to prove that your objective is correct.
Yeah, and that explains a lot of why our bodies currently in the world today, 99% of them are not doing very well. Because bodies, from what I've learned from you, if you ever have a conclusion, good luck.
They are going to create it for you.
Yeah, your bodies are great creators.
Yeah.
And they create from your point of view. So the tools of Access are unique into unlocking that. But what I just want to, we've got a question, but I just want to address something. So you now creating more and more and more, facilitating bodies and opening up the energies of bodies and stuff like that. And one thing that I've noticed, particularly in your classes, is that you really allow the body and the energies to be the experience to gain awareness. So can you talk more about that?
Well,
for people, like if that could become a tool for people, how would you kind of put that?
Thank you for the easy question. talking about energy, putting words to energies. So bodies have a very different way of communicating. They do not talk and address what happens and what they're going through the way we think or the way we expect. They are energy. Our bodies are energy, and they are molecules vibrating and moving. So we cannot expect to understand what they say, how they communicate, what they are experiencing through the normal way of communicating that we do have in this reality. They are not linear at all. So what in my classes, what I try and address and allow bodies and people to experience is that doesn't come through talking like I'm doing now. It's more like allow the body and the body process, if it is a body process class, to show you what is possible, to show you what is going on.
And can I just highlight something here? It's to show you. It's like, this is where you get to experience you. It's not about, like what I've noticed, it's not about coming to learn something from someone else who is better than you. This is what's so different about Access, and particularly what I found attending your body classes is like, you gain the experience, you gain the awareness, which then gives you more access to creating the life and the body the way that you want it, or changing the things that you want to change.
Well, the point is that nobody knows your body better than you. So it's not...
How many people actually know that actually that's not true for? That's the problem, right?
Exactly.
That's the sad thing, yeah.
And that is what I try and deliver in the classes and whatever, because you are there with your body every day. Like it is there with you. It's
crazy, and it's like you assume that your doctor knows more than you. You assume that like someone else knows more than you about your body.
Well, and that is something that I'm still exploring by like with being a scientist, and also in the past years and still a little bit now loving going to doctors. Apparently the doctors know what the biology, biochemistry and physiology of the body is. So what I'm learning still now is to ping from them, is to have conversations with them, so that instead of buying their point of view, instead of buying what they say as real and true, I can use what they know about bodies to gain more awareness for my body and myself.
So a total communion and connection and conversation with your body.
Yes, because like it's not about, also Dane always says that, like if you cut your arm, do not run MTSS, go to the hospital. You know, it's not about creating that separation or that this is right.
Wrong, nothing.
Exactly, this is right, this is wrong.
Yeah.
It's about being in total communion with and being questioned with everything that is available about bodies.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you would like to see in the world with bodies.
Happy bodies.
And what is that?
Happy bodies, it's an energy.
Sure.
And
it's a universe.
It's a universe. It's a universe of possibilities. Is allowing yourself to. Well, it's not easier. It's such a broad, and it's that exactly. It's allowing yourself to be with your body, receive pleasure from your body, learn to communicate, and stop judging it. And stop judging it. When I say that, you know, we always think that judging your body is judging it is too fat, or that your hair is growing gray, or that whatever, like, you know, the aesthetic part of it.
Yeah. But
judging your body is more like what your body is trying to tell you through what you define as pain. Usually the biggest judgments that we have about our bodies are in that area, because we as humans, especially at this time in this reality, we are not allowed to have and be in pain. Pain has to be killed right away with some sort of medicine.
Yeah.
And therefore we go into the judgment of it instead of asking another question and allow your body to give information and give you the ease of what it is trying to tell you.
Well, my body right now is trying to tell me either it's hungry or there's a lion inside.
I heard that. Yeah.
I'm going for the lion.
You're going for the lion.
It's light.
So it's so light. So that is for me happy bodies is having no more judgment, or if you have a judgment, learning to be in allowance of that and asking another question. Like, what is it? Cool. What are you telling me? And and expanding and exploding the pleasure of having a body on planet Earth.
How about that?
Yeah.
Cool. So can you tell us a little bit about what you are creating in the next sort of couple of years? Like where you headed and what people can come and check out that you have available for them to choose?
Oh my gosh. Are you asking me to talk about my stuff, right?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But on the bigger scale, not the individual scale.
Well, so since I like happy bodies, I'm creating something that is called Mythical Magical Body. I love it. It's like fairy powder and learning to be magical with your body, which is not this weird, like I'm gonna make everything disappear, my body's gonna exactly have the shape that I have decided it's gonna have, blah blah blah. It's about empowering you.
Magical bodies. What you eat comes out as ghosts later.
Yeah, you know that people, no, it's not a problem. Like I usually have these conversations and people are like, you're talking about poo because our bodies poo. My gosh, it's so disgusting.
About farts.
Farts.
Yeah, those are the ghosts of the things you eat.
All right.
Making things disappear
magically. Yeah.
ADHD.
All of that. It doesn't, like, I like those pictures actually. What if your farts are like the ghosts
of the things you eat?
Of the things you eat. Yeah. Exactly. That's Mythical Magical Body.
You know,
but isn't it? Yeah, but think about it. Like, you actually said something brilliant. Our bodies have the capacity to transform and mutate anything. If you think of it, you eat something, it goes in, something happens, you get energy, you consume energy at the same time when you eat, and then something gets out.
Sometimes.
Yes. Well, I hope you pee at least.
Is coming out.
Your lion, yes, it is coming out. But that is the magic that I want all of you to start tapping into, discover and expand. Your body can change, shift and mutate anything. What if that was the greatest capacity that we have?
And I think anything and everything being the actual reality, because a lot of people don't have this knowing that they can change things. They're not stuck with diagnoses. They're not stuck with problems and things like that. Everything can change.
But also there's something that I want to, thank you for that I want to address there, because it's not, and please remember this, hear this, it's not about the perfect body. It's not that because I have a mythical magical body and I have the access tools and I have the body work, I'm not gonna ever use my glasses. It's not about not having pain. It's not about not having a disease or a condition in your body.
Yeah.
It's about having ease with whatever your body is choosing. Even if it is choosing like diabetes, whatever, like, you know what I mean? It's not about the perfect body with no disease, nothing going on. That is not natural.
I wonder if health is a judgment.
I wonder, right?
So, I've got some questions for you.
Oh, mamma mia.
So, I have a very strong intensity in my abdomen since 2 days. Is that a topic I can bring to the class?
Yes.
Cool.
Who's talking?
What can we do to be more connected to our bodies? Often the mind comes through and has conclusions about the body.
Yeah. The mind always comes, and when the mind comes,
Drink sanitizer.
yeah, or not. For example.
Or not. It wasn't light.
Yeah, this is a good way to learn the light and heavy too.
Yeah.
Like, I am scared of the coronavirus. If I drink sanitizer, will it help?
Yes, because you will die and you won't get it.
Exactly. So you see, if you actually want to die, maybe it's light for you.
Yeah.
If you want to keep living, it might be heavy. Anyway.
So they're connected to the mind, like the mind
Yeah,
and
the
connected
mind
to the
thing.
body. Yeah.
So you have to demand of you to be in question with your body.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it's gonna be, okay, I have to remember that I have to ask questions to my body. Like, do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? Like, do you prefer this? Or do you want to put this dress on? Blah, 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 blah. And then it's going to be sort of a natural, like, then you're going to become the question with your body. And you're just going to perceive what is true for it, what is true for your body. Like, I have a walk-in wardrobe. And now it is very easy because I just go in and my body turns around and just grabs what it would like to wear that day. So it's not, it never, the things that regards your body never go through your mind. If you find yourself thinking for more than 1 nanosecond, poke and pod that and ask another question.
Yeah. Cool.
Ha.
So, is there anything else you would like to let people know?
My mythical magical body, I forgot about saying what I'm creating with it.
Yes, and...
Oh yeah, alright, that as well. So, I pretend it's not true. So, mythical magical body, I have a Facebook group in which I do energy pools, free energy pools.
That's the group the video's in.
No.
That's not the group the video
The
is
video
in.
is on my page and then I have a group.
Alright, there we go.
There we go. I have a monthly energy pool. We get together for 30 minutes and I guide, not from my mind, but from the knowing and the pleasure of bodies. I guide your bodies, all our bodies, to that place and that space where the mind doesn't have power and we get to choose what we truly desire with as for our bodies.
Yeah. And the cool thing about that is you can do it for yourself as well.
Yes.
It's like, it's a really great tool, but
absolutely.
It's also just nice to be able to receive.
Yeah.
You know, which is what I really like about those. Because one thing we don't do with our bodies is receive as much as we do. Yeah, that's what I realized.
Yeah.
I think you told me that once. Yeah,
just once. Yeah. And bodies like to be touched, by the way, and that's why Baths and Body Works are an amazing tool for the bodies to learn to receive more and to enjoy themselves more.
Yeah.
And then I have a 21 days series coming up in the future.
Yeah. I think what I was trying to get is just more of a general, like, what people can come and ask you about and connect to you for.
Yeah, I would say the group is the main and the best way to connect with me, and the 3-day body. Yes, he's trying to push me to say that I'm becoming a 3-day body facilitator. And so if you would love to have this energy in your country and have a different way of perceiving your body, I'm available. I'm still doing my prerequisites.
Boys?
I'm boys, girls, whatever. I like bodies. So that's it.
Cool. Well, thank you everyone for watching now and in the future. Y'all amazing and you rock.
Thank you, Graham,
Bye.
for the interview.
Total pleasure. It wasn't as bad as you thought it would be.
No,
Right?
I could go on. Thank you,
Ciao.
guys. Bye.